Video, I want to invite you to tap along again in case you experience anxiety, specifically for migraines. Migraines are a tricky thing, as we know. They can last for decades, a lifetime, or sometimes people resolve them. The reason for migraines are many as there are people. I have found there's always some sort of trauma underneath or some sort of fear. Anxiety is a big thing with migraine sufferers because only one thought that we might not be aware of, and that is already a conditioned thought, can trigger the stress response, can trigger a migraine. Anything that we conditioned from the environment and such as light, noises, smells, anything, if you're a migraine sufferer, can trigger this because our environment often triggers us. We now know that emotions are like our hormones. Every time we have a thought, it is followed by the emotion. The emotions are our chemicals, biochemistry inside. They release often when we are not feeling well, when we are stressed, tired, worried, etc. They release adrenaline and cortisol. And those hormones, when we have them over and over, they really create havoc in our life because we're not supposed to be constantly releasing stress and cortisol into our bloodstream. And of course, they damage our body like our cells on a long-term basis, and they create a variety of diseases and conditions, migraine being just one of them. Many migraine sufferers suffer so many different other things alongside migraines. With migraines, I often found that there is a pattern when the migraine, and it's very conditioned as well, unless we really look underneath those what is going on before or after or while we experience the migraine. But there is a pattern that often people don't stop, especially, and that's kind of like a devil's circle, especially if you're already used to having migraines and you expect them, that you actually just go on and on and on until you have a migraine, where the body then says, well, I need a break at some point. And there's no blame or shame, it's just a pattern. And the other thing is, the more we have stress hormones going through our blood system, and the more we are in a constant stress response, the more we disconnect from our body, because that's what happens. We have these two systems, parasympathetic, that is responsible for relaxation, regeneration, connection, and the sympathetic nervous system that just is like, it always is on alarm. That's the alarm system. That's where we are in fight and flight, and that just disconnects. And the more we disconnect, the more trouble we have with pain, etc. So the more we then start tapping and we explore our emotions, how does your migraine make you feel, the more we connect again, the more we connect with ourselves, the more we bring actually our attention back to our body. Because when we're in pain, we don't want to know anything but how to get rid of that pain, and in a way we push that pain away, and it becomes a kind of like this war with our own body. So the more we start tapping, the more we reconnect. And I invite you just to tap along, even though, and it could be the worry about migraines and when it's gonna hit again. I accept, or I'm open to accept about this worry. And you can just isolate it, and even, just maybe even imagine that worry is outside of you, and you just distance it, and you just tap on the distance. You say, even though I have this worry and it's, let's say, 4 meters yeah, away from me on the right hand side, I accept, or I'm open to accept, that I have this worry about the migraine. Yeah, because like I said, one thought can trigger the worry, the anxiety, and it's already so automatic. So this worry that I have, I would just love to find out, yeah, what is underneath my migraines, why I keep experiencing the migraines on a regular basis. But it's also just very good to tap and to reconnect, and maybe not worry about that worry that I have, which is outside of myself. I can look at it from the outside. I often, yeah, that's a good way to look at things in one way, when we start seeing things from the outside, and then we can bring them closer. This worry, I can look at it from the outside. I can look at it from the outside, and then maybe I can bring it a bit closer. Maybe I can put a face on it. Maybe it's a person at work that we, like our boss, we don't want to face. Maybe it's the people at work. I'm just giving you ideas, because the more we tap, the more clarity we will get. I just want to look underneath my migraines. I want to find out what's going on, because it's been too long. And maybe I just want to tap. Maybe I just want to tap to calm my system. Maybe I don't have to say anything. Maybe I just enjoy this moment, feeling my body slowing down, becoming calmer, more relaxed. Maybe I can integrate this tapping. And maybe one day I'm going to be open. Maybe one day in the future, very soon, I will be open to actually see what was going on what is going on, what was going on before my first migraine, what is going on. So I can clear this. So I can go back to regeneration. So I can give my body a break. So I can balance my hormones from stress hormones to happy hormones, and feel overall more balanced and pain-free. The more I tap, the better I feel. Okay, this was just, of course, a little intro or something. If you're new to EFT or tapping, I invite you to just tap more, stay with your breathing. If there's something that there's always something. A migraine attack can be a trauma in itself. There might have been a trauma before your first migraine ever. Something definitely is going on that is not in your awareness. And when, like I said, when we're experiencing migraine, there's a complete disconnect, because we just don't seem to make the connection why, where, what happened before the migraine started. Try, when you wake up with the migraine in the morning, try to start tapping and just tap through expressing what the pain is like, how you're feeling, but definitely start tapping and explore. And if you need to work with someone, with an experienced EFT practitioner, there underneath my description, there are description of who you should work with, making sure that they receive supervision, etc., or just get in touch with me if you feel like that would be a fit. Anyhow, I hope this was helpful, and you will see me hopefully in my next video. Bye.